Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a new edition of the Daily Debate. In tonight's show, we're going to be focusing on Egypt's regional role in the Arab world and the Middle East, dealing with a lot of political developments taking place in the Arab states and the Palestinian-Israeli issue as well in specific. But before we start discussing Egypt's role in the region, let's check out some of the stories making the news today. And we'll start off with President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, who visited the Kafr al-Sheikh University today. He had breakfast with the university staff, students and workers at the facility. Addressing the gathering, President al-Sisi said it is important to develop state universities parallel to establishing new universities. He said that keeping awareness of the current challenges is very important. A documentary on efforts to develop education in Egypt was shown during the visit. Addressing the gathering, Minister of Higher Education Abdel Ghaffar said the University of Kafr al-Sheikh has 75,000 students. He said the facility has undergone great development in the past few years, and new important departments have been included for studies in the facility. He also said an oncology hospital affiliated to Kafr al-Sheikh University is being established. He witnessed a celebration by students at the facility. Sisi said there is a need to pick up distinguished students of high skills at universities to be presented to the people. He also embarked on an inspection tour of the Kafr al-Sheikh University and was briefed on projects and inventions by students in the facility in the fields of energy, technology, biotechnology and artificial intelligence. Sisi also inspected the Artificial Intelligence College at the university and spoke with students over the importance of this speciality. He said artificial intelligence is the future for Egypt and the whole world. He also toured the sports facilities at the university. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi also issued a decree naming Major General Ashraf Ibrahim Atwa Megahid as the new commander of the naval forces. President al-Sisi issued another decree appointing Lieutenant General Ahmed Khalid Hassan, the commander of the strategic leadership, to supervise military industries. The president bestowed him with a rank of deputy minister. Foreign Minister Sami Shukri met with Cypriot President Nikos Anastasiades in Nicosia on Tuesday. During the meeting, Shukri delivered a message from President al-Sisi to the Cypriot President over bilateral ties. Foreign Ministry spokesman Ahmed Hafiz said the top diplomat hailed bilateral ties and the role played by the Joint Higher Committee. He said visits by the two sides reflect keenness on expanding bilateral cooperation in all political and economic fields. Meanwhile, Shukri held talks with his Cypriot counterpart, Nicholas Christodoulis, which were attended by the two countries' delegations and followed by a joint press conference. The two sides probed means to expand bilateral ties in various domains, in addition to a number of regional issues of mutual concern. And joining us now over the phone to shed more light on the foreign minister's visit to Cyprus, we're joined by Dr. Nezar Sami, the technology and innovation consultant. Dr. Sami, can you hear us, sir?
Hello, Hani. Good evening.
Good evening, Dr. Sami. Dr. Sami, now talking about the relationship between Egypt, Cyprus and Greece, it has been highlighted over the past few years, especially for their cooperation in the energy and gas field. Now, do you think that such an important issue because they're all part of the East Mediterranean Gas Forum. Do you feel that this issue has been the subject on the agenda of the talks today?
Definitely, as we know that there is a by-country contribution between Egypt and Cyprus and the neighbor countries in different areas of strategic collaboration. Part of it, which is the energy and different other resources like those type of renewable resources. Of course, this is on the top of the agenda of the minister during their discussions, because right now we are starting a new phase of like hitting the future with some unprecedented actions for availing different type of resources, different type of energy resources as well, from diversifying the pot of sources of energy. Therefore, it is a mandatory right now to put it on the table and to see how far we can use the economical development with the area of the energy and the energy management between different countries as well.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Sami, it's not just the gas, but also there's been a lot of talk about exporting and transferring electricity to Cyprus and Greece and maybe also other places in Europe. What are the prospects of transferring and exporting electricity to Greece and Cyprus other than the gas cooperation?
Well, we found that the energy level or the utilization of the amount of power generated from Egypt right now for the last period, and we have witnessed a lot of projects even with the Arab countries to exchange and have this power transmission line between those countries as well taking place. So having Greece and Cyprus is one of our strategic dimension in the Mediterranean, so it is quite possible to implement such projects, and it has a lot of dimensions. This project has a lot of dimensions. One of them is on the national security level about securing source of energy. The second part would be about transferring technologies from all over the world to this spot on the globe. The next level will be about job creation as well in that place. So it's not just only about seeking electricity and energy as such, but it has more than one other aspects to take care of and to put on the national agenda for the different countries as well. Therefore, to have the mutual collaboration in this format for the coming period for this type of countries.
Yes, well, some of the cooperation and files that have been discussed was the cooperation in the agricultural field and the transportation field. Now, what are the prospects of such a cooperation? How will this work? Are we going to export agricultural products? Are we going to import some know-how or general expertise regarding the transportation sector? How is this going to work?
Thank you very much for raising this question. As you know that in Egypt, His Excellency the President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi inaugurated a bunch of projects in the area of transportation as well as the area of agriculture and the 1 million acre project and other very useful projects. That's one dimension. The second dimension, as we noticed since 2020 with the COVID, that Egypt ranked #1 or the top 5 countries in the world in exporting some of the crops to the world. Therefore, the importance of investing in the area of agriculture is a mandatory right now. And we saw that in the dimension in Africa as well, not just only in Greece and Cyprus. Also, the key success of any culture, of any strategic move is all about communication and transportation. And we witnessed the very unique projects that are coming up right now in Egypt, like in the monorail and the LPR and the undergrounds and all these types of movements that gives all this type of movement that gives Egypt the leap in the global competitiveness index, rising up with a very decent numbers and very prestigious position in the world. So transportation is there. Diversifying the means of transportation is extremely important. Embedding technologies and smart transportation systems is a must right now, as well as transferring technologies from and to those interoperable countries. It could be coming on in a very soon, and we can witness this in different types of projects taking place in those countries as well.
Dr. Nezar Sami, the Innovation and Technology Consultant, thank you very much for joining us. And ladies and gentlemen, now turning our attention to tonight's topic, Egypt is seeking peace in the Middle East region, specifically as well in the Palestinian-Israeli file. Let's check out this report and we'll be right back.
President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi affirmed that Egypt will continue its efforts to achieve fair and comprehensive peace in the Middle East based on a two-state solution and international legitimacy resolutions. President el-Sisi made his confirmation during his meeting with Israeli Foreign Minister Yair Lapid in Cairo, stressing that this should achieve security and stability and open horizons for cooperation and development for all peoples of the region. During the meeting, el-Sisi affirmed Egypt's continued efforts to prevent the outbreak of tensions between the Palestinian and Israeli sides. They probed the Palestinian-Israeli cause and the reconstruction of the Gaza Strip. Furthermore, the meeting discussed Egyptian-Israeli relations in various fields, as well as regional and international issues of mutual concern, on top of which was the Palestinian cause. Foreign Minister Sami Shukri and head of Egypt's General Intelligence Service, Abbas Kamel, attended the meeting. Israel's Foreign Ministry Director General Alon Ushpiz, Lapid's diplomatic advisor, and Israel's ambassador to Cairo were also in attendance. In a tweet upon his arrival, Lapid vowed to continue working with Egypt to advance the two sides' common interests in regional stability. The Israeli minister visited Cairo 3 months after Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett, who took office in June, met with President el-Sisi in the Red Sea resort city of Sharm el-Sheikh. It was the first time an Israeli Prime Minister had visited Egypt since 2011. During September's meeting with Bennett in Egypt, President el-Sisi asserted that Egypt's support for all efforts to achieve peace in the Middle East are based on a two-state solution and international resolutions that contribute to ensuring security and prosperity in the region. The pair also discussed Egyptian-Israeli bilateral ties in addition to the latest developments regionally and internationally.